Yar! Welcome aboard the Cringe. I'm your captain, Joey, Joey. And we are about to embark on day 84 of Chores and Tours on an island with 5 stars. Good morning, everyone. I am just about to start my second cup of coffee, beverage of choice. Oh, let's see what she has. Not a fan of Sahara, but well, I'm glad she's there for people who do enjoy her. I got on yesterday early, and I started to play, and I got another fish. I can't remember the title, so let's see if we can do this. This one, yellow perch. I thought I had it already, but I apparently didn't. All right, let's see what these are. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, that's fake. And we already have it, so it's on our list already. Yep. And store it. And I picked up a little candy basket. I also bought a piece of candy, and what I'm kind of shocked about, you can only buy one piece. Like, seriously? I don't eat a lot of candy, but you know. Like, most people eat 2 pieces. Ooh, what is that? I think that's a cricket. I've never seen a cricket sit by somebody's house. That was wild. That's a first for me. In real life I have, but not in this game. Alright, we're going to go and check the beach today before we head up and look at gyroids. I was able to get out and pick up the beach before we started playing and go visit Gruff. His DIY was a copy. I already had a pretty adventurous morning. I paid my water bill and bought my son's school pictures. In the state I live in, special needs children get to go to school longer. As long as you have an IEP and it's deemed necessary. In most cases, it's always deemed necessary. And after high school, they work on job skills and job placement. So, and that's kind of my son's focus right now. Oh, there we go. That's what I needed. As usual, we'll drop it first. Yep, so, the house that he lives in has a program where some of the clients that are going to be lifelong and stuff have the ability to earn a little bit of cash, right? So they help with recycling and that kind of stuff. So, and I'm grateful for that because he doesn't have the capability to manage himself. For those that don't know, he's on the severe end of the autism spectrum. And so that program is actually helpful because it'll give him, you know, something where he can work for himself, which I think is amazing. He's, you know, it's a really good household that he's a part of. I'm going to try and get this fish. I saw that from afar, and I'm like, I got to try. Oh. Yeah. Bring it out that way. Ah. No patience. So, in my son's case, it's the only opportunity he's really going to have to work. So for him, and it's chores like recycling or maybe doing laundry, right? And laundry is just household chores, right? So it gives him the opportunity to earn money. And it's not much, but for him, it's something he can use. So I'm grateful for those type of programs. The house he lives in is an amazing house. So in the state I live in, they have different varieties, right? It's like a halfway house, but it's halfway house with constant support. So he has one-on-one support. He requires that. And he gets it for X amount of hours. What? You know, like they don't provide support when he's sleeping, obviously, or when he's at school. But, you know, he does get support. And so, he's one of those special needs clients that's going to need lifetime support. He can go from 0 to unsafe pretty quickly. And this has been constant. He doesn't have the mental capacity to control that. So yeah, that program to me is amazing because it gives him an opportunity to feel, you know, how do I want to say it? Like he's contributing to something and he gets a reward for it. So, and reward-based processes typically work for people with spectrum disorders for the most part. Not, you know, it depends if the client can comprehend that. But for my son, it works. Whoa, a pile of cash. Huh. Nice. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we'll try it anyways. Yeah, I don't know what these programs look like for people overseas, but in the United States we have a... it's not perfect, and every state is different. You know, but he qualifies for care. And he was diagnosed early in life. You could see it. Lots of delays, that kind of stuff. And so it was very easy to recognize that he was going to need support. if I had to give advice to a newborn parent that is facing the same challenges, I was very fortunate in the fact that we were able to connect with the birthing group for about a year ahead of time, right? So we got to see prior to birth and then after, and Joe just had a lot of all right. Chicken nuggets. That's okay. It's a game. Yeah. So getting back to the conversation, it was easy to see the delays. You could recognize it fairly clearly. And I think the hardest part for newborn or new parents is shifting from the expectations that you had to being able to see the potential, right? So it's adjusting your perspective of what your child's life is going to be versus what is actual. And that's a hard thing to do. Okay, so we already have that one. Yeah, so that's, you know, just recognizing that your child has delays is huge, right? And then setting your expectations appropriately. When we got the diagnosis, they used archaic terminology. So, he got diagnosed with the R word, right? And for a newborn or a new parent to hear those kind of things, it's extremely distressing. So, to any new parent out there that might be facing similar challenges, you know, just be prepared to hear things that might be uncomfortable. Why? Okay. So I knew that one. Good. Maybe we can actually take that and give our friend, try to earn her photo. I got another photo yesterday. I think it was Winnie. And I discovered something that you can get a second photo from your friends. So I got 2 photos from the same person. But that was not yesterday. Yesterday I got a new photo. And I'll let you see that in a minute. At the end, I'll point out the photo. A bathrobe? Sweet. Now I can do the Uncle Eddie scene in A Christmas Vacation. I don't know. I kind of like that movie. It's funny. it makes your family look like they're normal. After watching the Griswolds. Because everybody tends to get over-emotional in the holidays and overwhelmed. So, it's kind of funny. I don't know. That's how I took it, so. I didn't take it too serious. Oh, nice. Oh, so speaking of that, Christmas and talking about my son, he wants to put up his Christmas tree in November. So November 1st, he wants the Christmas tree up. So he has his Christmas tree stored at the facility, so we're going to put it up on Saturday the 1st. And then on Christmas Day, it goes bye-bye. So either Christmas Day or the day after Christmas. And I think last year, he at the facility, he grabbed the Christmas tree in the main room. So he's like, bye-bye. Grab the Christmas tree and put it away. So if you want to hear a funny story, he went to go get his picture taken with Santa while he was at school. The special needs school that he went to was really good. And they set up things like that for the students because they recognized it was hard for parents to take children out. And one of the staff members looks like Santa, so he had a nice beard, and his wife is the same. And they play Santa through the community, so. And he's a really nice guy, and so is his wife is an amazing person, too. So, yeah, so he went to go see Santa. And if you've ever seen the movie Elf with Will Ferrell, where Elf tells Santa he sits on a throne of lies. My son did the same thing. So he acted out that scene, grabbed Santa's hat, and ran out the door. You know, if you can imagine 5 40-year-olds running after a teenager in a parking lot. You know. To try to stop somebody from running out of the building. It was pretty funny. He smiled, though. He knew what he was doing. So. It was kind of funny, though. The guy was in good spirits about it. He understood. He works with that clientele, so. And he knew my son, so. My son absolutely loves the Grinch. Cool. 5 stars. So, that's a question. Do you guys put up a Christmas tree? And if you don't, that's fine. That's, you know, do you have any other holiday traditions that you do? You know, did that again. Yeah, so do you have any traditions that you do around the holidays? And, you know, I'm okay with any. Yeah, so it's pretty fun. 6 days in a row. All right, so I can actually donate some. We'll deposit. I'm going to put 70,000 in there. Good. All right. Sign off. So I probably will not put up my Christmas tree on the 1st. I usually put it up right around Thanksgiving. Just because, you know, I'm already in the spirit of the holidays, so try to get it done because I'm on a schedule. Sometimes I wait till December 1st, but I think last year I put it up early. In between seeing my son, and I think I came home from him putting up his Christmas tree last year to putting up mine. And so I think that's how that worked out. I was already in the mood. We'll assess, yeah. So the reason why I'm talking about this now, right, is because we were talking about holidays. Today is the first day of the year I had to turn on my heat. I guess I would consider that the beginning of the heating season. Yeah, it was a little too cold for my taste, so. So I had to. Okay. And they want me to get coffee. And they want me to fish. Okay. Yeah, so today it was colder than I care to admit. And I chickened out. I mean, it'll be warmer later, but and I get on here before I get a chance to make breakfast or anything. I drink coffee and then I make my breakfast as I'm editing the footage. I don't really edit anything, but I process it. Oh. Nice. The second time this week we had that. It was either yesterday or the day before we had Captain. At some point I'll be doing a live. I just have to upgrade my camera. I have a camera on my laptop that I keep closed, and I run it through two normal monitors. So I use it as a workstation essentially. But I'm about to change that so I can process from one and upload from the other. All right, so let's go sell these. Get rid of that. Yep. Okay, painting is gone. I'll keep my bathrobe. Actually, we'll keep that. And we'll keep the weeds too. Alright. Now we'll go see Harv. Oh, there we go. Harv's Island. There are a couple times I had to travel for the holidays. Time for takeoff. Yep. I had to work through a couple of them. All right. That's pretty common when you're a sailor. Yeah, I've had to work through quite a few holidays. And, you know, that doesn't bother me. Because typically, you know, you can still... Okay, that's fake. Yeah, we'll buy this one. This is real, so... We'll get this one. And it's real because it has a little wheat sticking out from its chest. And I already have the Jolly painting. I'm looking at my spreadsheet right now just to double check. This is fake because it has the necklace. So that necklace is what makes it fake. That almost looks like a Chicago-style pizza. On the chair. So, okay, so for those overseas, a Chicago-style pizza is an extremely deep dish pizza. Some people like to think of it as a casserole in a crust. Is probably a good way to put it. At the bottom of the pizza, they usually start off with cheese, then meat, and then they put tomato sauce on top of it and layer more stuff. My personal favorite is a Detroit style. That is where it's a thicker crust, kind of like bready a little bit. Cheese, and then a little bit of tomato sauce on the top, and then your toppings. But when they bake it, the cheese on the edge gets a little crusty. And so it has a nice crunch on the side. They don't have a traditional crust. And I am not opposed to trying stuff like chicken pizza or chicken barbecue or buffalo. I'm absolutely 100% okay with that. I love pizza. It doesn't really matter what's on it. I'm not a fan of fish. You know, on pizza. But, you know, I have had... You know, I've had to have anchovies before. I don't eat a lot of packaged fish. If I do, it's usually kind of like tuna. You know, and I like the lemon pepper flavoring. You know, that's a personal favorite of mine. And I do eat a lot of it. I eat a lot of tuna. I'm a big fan of like fresh caught. One time we're out to sea and we caught a tuna. I can't remember where I was. And we ate fresh tuna steaks for a while. It was pretty good. That was pretty neat. I mean, it was rare. That I've never seen that done. And that was years ago. I can't even tell you how many years. Well over nearly 30 years now. It's absolutely delicious. We ate tuna for like 2 or 3 days straight. That was good. This is interesting. So I know I have some followers from overseas. For breakfast, I usually make an egg. And I put a touch of cheese, not less than an ounce, like maybe a quarter ounce. And then I roll it into a burrito, a tortilla. Gives more substance. I do like toast for breakfast. I'm not a fan of like dry toast and coffee. But I don't have anything against it. To me, it's just, you know. It's drier than I care to. I mean, there's a purpose for that. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. I do know some people overseas like to eat toast and coffee or whatever, or tea. And, and I have eaten it. Oh, nice. What did I get? A pike. Wow, I think this is the first time in all my gameplay I ever caught a pike. Wow. Holy smokes. To me, that is a big deal. I have never caught a pike. Huh. I still have a lot of fish to catch. That, I'm pretty happy. That I did not expect that. I might have to get on and start playing again today. Huh. So that's what I'd like to have for breakfast. That isn't it. Sometimes I eat toast or I get a tortilla. Like I cook an egg and I have a tortilla. Which is similar to having toast. I just like having the protein associated with it. So... so I have had toast for breakfast. It's not a big deal, but, yeah, so I used to get this tortilla that was like 30 calories, and it was like one of those, you know, lower calorie, all healthy kind. And between that and an egg, it was like 80 calories or 90 calories for breakfast. I'm talking about food now. I'm making myself hungry. Yeah, so I do like having breakfast. Usually when you're a sailor, breakfast is the best meal of the day. It's the one that's the hottest and freshest, at least in my experience. So, may not be true, but I consider it that way. Been on a couple vacation cruises. I was on one this February. I can't remember. We went to the Caribbean. I'll go anywhere, man. As long as it's a place I haven't been to, I'm okay. So that's how I would consider a, like if I had any control of where we were sailing, it would be that, right? I would try to pick different locations that I haven't been to. I never sailed through the Mediterranean. I wish I would have. I've flown into that area. Like I've flown into London. That was my first time in London. Cool. I gotta see what that is. Oh. Good. Let's try it. Oh, I don't want to do that. Try this. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to enjoy myself thoroughly. And I wasn't there long enough to get out and explore, which I wish I would have. I got out long enough to visit a store, and I like walking through some of the stores and seeing different products. I know it's weird, but it's kind of funny. Yeah, so if I do any traveling in the future, it's probably going to be going east from the United States. So it'll probably be heading, you know, to the Mediterranean somewhere, because I've never sailed it. Like I've never been to Greece or any of those things. I have been all over the world, though, but that's one location I never got the opportunity to be. And I'd really like to get out and visit the UK, where I can actually get out and enjoy it. You know, my heritage, more Polish. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I'm doing this. I should go and sell everything and let's go back. Let him sleep. Yeah. It's not the only thing I am. I just yeah, let's sell. I think go. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of the bathrobe. Ooh. I'm not selling the pike. That's why I went in there. Whoo! Almost sold the pike. Okay. Now I'm going to go and donate. Man, that could have been bad. So there was a reason I was going there. That's the only hard part about talking and playing a game. Sometimes you lose track of what you're doing. Yeah. It's all good, though. It's fun. It's half the fun. Of course. Okay. Nope. We're going to go bury a gyroid. Ah. That's my reminder to make content, just so you know. This video is running a little bit longer, which is fine. I'm having fun talking. All right. Grab this. That's why I love visiting the island we just did, because I usually do not have to make tools. Bury in a hole. Even though I lost my money tree. It's okay. I'm okay with that. It's a game. And I have enough wealth in the game. So. Away. And place. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to call it a day. Thank you for visiting with me. Have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.